What it do, y'all? This is Caleb Cantu. Welcome back to Caleb's Corner. It's going to be a little bit longer of an episode today because we got a very special guest. We got A.K.A. Akopowayre. This is Brotha Juice. Give it up, y'all. Give it up.
We out here, man. I appreciate you for having me. I'm excited. Honestly, this has been something I've been looking forward to for a little bit since you reached out. So I'm glad that we finally here and able to make this happen.
Me too, man. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate you being so open to it, dude. We're gonna put his information on the screen. 100%.juice. It is gonna be lit, y'all. He's gonna have music coming up, so that's actually gonna be the first thing we're gonna talk about too. Is S.A. you a whole rap artist, bro. You really out here making fire music. I was literally vibing to it before you got here, and so was my cameraman. We were sitting here bopping our head. We were going, wait, what? He's coming here? It was lit, bro.
That's live. I appreciate that, man. I really personally just enjoy making music that not only I like, but the people that I hang out with, the people that I'm involved with like too. It's so much more fun when everybody is enjoying it too. So
absolutely, dude. So when you making music, do you make the beats yourself, or do you have producers who are friends?
I have friend producers. Sometimes you don't even know the producer. You just buy the beat from them, but you have to buy it, exclusive. There's different legalities with where you can post, if you can make money off of it. There's just different stuff with it. But when you have friend producers like I do in my friend group, it's a lot easier. I have so many talented friends, so it makes things way more simple when it's just like, hey, can you make me a beat? Oh, okay, yeah, bet. And even my brother is a producer too. So
Morrow?
Yeah, Morrow's a producer. Most Def Morrow, shouts out to him.
Hey, Most Def Morrow, shouts out to him. We're gonna put his handle on the screen too. I've heard some of his beats too, bro. You be posting them. Of course, I go click the link and he fire, man. I really enjoy his beats.
He's cold. And it's funny because ever since we were little, all of us really in my family were just, musically inclined just from a young age. So we just be walking around the house and he's banging on the kitchen counter just making a beat. And
there we go.
It's just stuff like that. Really, when you think about it, looking backwards, it's like, okay, it makes a lot of sense why we're pursuing what we're pursuing now.
Yo, that is funny that you say that, bro, because as someone who is having a podcast about movies, television, and music, anybody in my life who has known me can straight up tell you that I have always been on television, fucking shows, and movies and music, and that's just what it is, You got to pursue the things in life that make you happy, and once you start doing that, that's the key.
Yeah, not a lot of people would like to do the things that make them happy. A lot of people get caught up in the routine. A lot of people get caught up in the things that they have to do rather than the things that they want to do. And what kind of life is that you're not doing the things that you want to do? You're living for somebody else and you're living on somebody else's agenda when you really could just be using that time to feed your own soul and feed your own spirit. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely, man. That is beautiful, and that's what music is to you, right? So you wake up in the morning and you go, I can't wait to go to the grind.
So it's funny because I'm very multidimensional. I run track. I'm vice president of an organization at my school, and I'm also making music. So it's like I don't have just one sole thing that I focus on. But I wake up and I'm like, okay, I got to touch on this today, touch on this, and touch on this. So the best part of my day, I have to say, is when I can unwind and just get into the music bag. Like that's my relaxation time. It's not work for me,
Absolutely. That's awesome, man. It's great to hear that you got so many things going on. So you're a college track athlete?
Yes, sir.
You go to UTSA?
UIW.
UIW, bro. So you really running.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man. And as far as the college track athlete, like how often are you training? How often are you in the gym?
Every day except for Sunday.
Wow, bro, that's a 6-day grind.
This morning, I had weights actually today, and then Monday, Wednesday, Fridays is our like hard training days, like where we're hurdling or sprinting, doing something.
That is awesome, man. Yeah. I just started getting seriously into fitness, and when I say seriously, I just mean actually going.
Hey, man, master the art of showing up.
Absolutely,
your head's in the right place.
Absolutely. So the 50% of my battle is just getting there. Once I'm there, I got this, bro.
Yeah.
And so I've been going hard for about 2 months now. 2 months of consistent works put me in a pretty good mindset. And so now I'm in there for 5 days a week, and it's usually the best part of my day.
Yeah.
So that being said, man, I can totally relate to like how music is something for you to unwind. Like I just had an 8-hour shift and all I was thinking about was this interview.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I can't wait to sit down, have some great intellectual conversation with someone who is creative and someone who's excited about the journey that we're both about to take. So this is how I unwind. And guys, you just gotta do what makes you happy. That's really what we're advocating for. And Brotha Juice, check out his music, yo, because his music, even though he's unwinding and he's relaxing, he's putting some serious heat on these tracks. I can't even begin to tell y'all. I'm sitting here bopping and listening to the music. I'm like, I gotta repeat this so I can sing along. That's how fire it is. And I absolutely want to give a shout out to you, bro. Thank you so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And
appreciate you, man.
No problem, dude. So Brotha Juice is your name. And I really like that name. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
So this dates back, so when I was younger, I was really immersed into like black films, hip hop, like Boys in the Hood, movies such as Juice, featuring Tupac. And I watched that movie so much that whenever I would do something cool, my brothers always had these things that they would call me, or like it was always different nicknames at different stages. But I believe maybe I was like a junior, senior in high school, and I just watched that movie so much. And then I believe around that time, Chance the Rapper had dropped Acid Rap, and the song Juice was on there too.
Right.
So I was spinning that song on repeat, watching the movie on repeat, and it was just like, after a while, my brothers was just like, oh, okay, you got the juice now, and I'm just like, hey, I got the juice now, like, and it just stuck, it was funny, and more, like, in high school, it didn't really stick as much because people were kind of just like, why does he go by that, but it's like, the more that I was recognized by that name, the more people were like, oh, Juice, so, and the movie itself is deep because it's all about the quest for respect, and the lengths that you'll go to get power and respect. And having the juice is basically having the respect. But in the movie, you find out that some people have the juice, but the way that they got it wasn't so neat. You know what I'm saying? Some people do things that they're not proud of, and some people do things that aren't necessarily the best, but that gets them that respect level, But there's a difference between being respected and being feared. It's like, I want to be respected, and I want to get my respect the right way, to where people can be like, oh, you got the juice now. But it's not like, ooh, you got the juice now. I want it to be like, oh, you got the juice now. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
So, yeah.
And, dude, that is so deep. I love that, man. I really fucking love that, dude. That is awesome. So, Juice, that is that's beautiful, bro, because I will walk up to you and be like, you got the juice now, bro. Like, real talk. You out here doing things. You've been grinding. You've been putting that work in, and it's not something that's refutable. It's like, these are the facts.
Yeah, these are the facts.
Pay attention.
Yeah.
It's not something that I'm boasting. I got the juice.
Yeah.
You
it's
walk
just
up to
what
me
it is.
and you see it. Sorry, bro. I'm just blatant. I'm blatantly me.
Yeah.
And I love that you incorporated that into something that you not only touches to, Tupac and all the past that you personally put a lot of time into, but yourself. You made it your own.
Yeah.
So that's truly dope, dude. I love that name. I really enjoy that. And as far as other inspirations in your life, what would you say? So we got Tupac, we got Juice. What other kind of inspirations would inspire your music? Would inspire you as a person?
So musically, it's funny because I get teased about it, but it's funny because my favorite artist is Drake. Like,
dude, Drake, I love Drake.
Drake is my go-to artist when it comes to being a businessman, being an entrepreneur, being a musician.
Yes.
He was even an actor. He was an actor. He's just somebody I look up to that's just really done it all and thriving.
Absolutely.
And it's like, Drake puts something out, he could just be like, here you go, and everybody's like, whoa, stop what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, Drake he just dropped, like, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. The perfect reference to that is the Pop Style video.
Yeah.
Bro. You know what? I wouldn't even say the Pop Style. Gosh, man, I can't believe I'm blanking on this song right now.
The one with Justin Bieber?
That one is dope too, but the one where he's at the Nike headquarters.
Oh, Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Laugh Now, Cry Later, bro.
Okay, so that one dropped.
Video.
That one dropped on my birthday.
No way, bro.
I'm telling you, it was my birthday. I kicked it with family, and like, if my girlfriend left, she was the last one to leave, and I went upstairs to go to bed. And I was like, you know what? Let me go on YouTube real quick. I'm not one to watch music videos and go on YouTube, but for some reason, I was just like, let me go on YouTube.
Felt it.
And then I was like, Drake just dropped. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the music video just dropped on my birthday. Let's get it.
Absolutely.
Clicked on the music video. I was like, this is a good birthday. This is a good birthday.
That video, I will never turn off that video if I see it.
Yeah.
That is a video I will constantly play all the way through.
Yeah, down to the video quality. I love Nike too, so it's like, yeah, bro.
He's a clown, but he's come to the point where anything he drops, you can just sit there and go, that's fire.
Yeah.
You know, that's fire.
You already know.
That's the juice, bro.
Yeah, that's the juice.
And he was a nerdy kid.
Yeah.
On Degrassi, bro. He was in a wheelchair, and then they shot him.
man.
Spoilers, they shot him.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Degrassi, Drake gets shot.
It's like 16 years old, you're late, but Drake got shot, and now look at him. Can't say nothing.
And aside from Drake, I would say one of my biggest musical influences is Gunna. Gunna has definitely helped influence my sound, because I feel like Gunna has mastered the art of just melodies and catchy music, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even if you don't really understand or you're not listening to what Gunna's saying, you put Gunna on, and the way he floats on the beat and the way he finds the pocket in between the 808s and whatever melody the beat has, and then he just rides that. It's just like, it's a weird experience, you know? Like, you're hearing the music, but you're also kind of like feeling it, because you can't help but either bob your head to the side, bob your head up and down, or just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I want to make music that when people hear, even if they don't know what I'm saying, if it's background music, I want people to just still be like, wait, what's playing in the back? What song is this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely, man.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say that, because I would say he's real poetic with it too. You know, like, On a Mountain, that's my favorite song that really describes that. You know? I would say that's probably a really good, accurate description. I would never know of how to describe On a Mountain, you know, but that's exactly how I would have described it if I could have. Yeah. So that's awesome, man, because when I think of music and like what really draws me in is like, I describe this to so many people and very few people get what I'm saying, but like that funk, you know, like that soul, just, I can think of four different artists that have that. So I can think of JID. Okay. I can think of Earth Gang.
Yeah.
I can also think of FKJ though.
Okay.
You know?
I'm not sure who FKJ is.
FKJ is like a contemporary jazz artist who puts a lot of electronic in his stuff.
Interesting.
And he's got that funk, bro. Like, without a doubt. You know, you should definitely check out FKJ. If you guys don't know who that is, French Kiwi Juice, that man kills his music. He kills his music. But like, those are definitely a couple artists that I would say have that funk. And when I try and describe that to people, I don't know how. But like, I can simply say that I'm constantly vibing my head, even if I'm not really sure what's going on. Like, they have that beat that just constantly gets me in. That hook, the way their melodies sink in, everything. Yeah. And so, Gunna, bro. Yeah. That's a huge influence for you?
It's a huge influence for me. Like, I just love the especially his producer, like Wheezy and Turbo, the way the 808s, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just real unique the way that I love the way that they use to describe a wave. You know what I'm saying? That it's really a wave, and it's like, for somebody who's listening to it, you know, I understand that as an artist, when you're making music, you're hearing the same song over and over again, trying to get it right. But it's like, if I was making music like Gunna's making music, I wouldn't get tired of that. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. Because it's like, it comes on and you're kind of like, oh, this again, but it's still kind of like, okay, I can still bob my head to it. Exactly. It is a bop, you know? So
absolutely.
I really enjoy the way that Gunna pieces his artistry together.
Wow, that's really well said. I really enjoyed that. Absolutely. So as far as shows, because this is Caleb's Corner, and you already know that we talk about shows, bro. We talk about shows.
Already.
What is your favorite show? What's your go-to show? SA, actually.
My go-to show is BoJack Horseman.
BoJack Horseman, man. I hear a lot of things about that show.
Yeah.
And they're all good things. Some of them are weird things, because it's talking animals, right?
Yeah.
It's talking animals, and I don't really know how to feel about that because I'm sitting here watching it and I'm just so distracted by everything going on.
Yeah, it's a whole lot.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I got through episode 1 and episode 3 on separate occasions because people were like, "I need to show you this show."
Yeah,
and I never went back to it. So you love that show?
I love that show, man. And when I first started watching it, I had the same situation.
Right.
You know, it's like watch the first episode, okay. Second episode, okay. And then as I started watching it more, I was like, I get it. You know, the character development is very key in the show. Every character has their own path, and it's almost like you're doing life with the character, with each character. You know what I'm saying? You start to feel for the character. I don't know. It gives you a broad perspective because each character has their own decisions that they make that they have to be held accounted for at some point in the show.
Absolutely.
So it's like when you get an overview of somebody doing somebody wrong or like somebody doing this or somebody moving shaky, and it's just like, dang, okay, well, he did this because he was depressed, or he did this because he had anxiety, or she did this because she, you know what I'm saying? You start to understand that it's really just it's parallel to humans, you know, and it's funny that they're animals in the show, but it's really how we live, you know. Absolutely. It's like people struggle with mental health and people struggle with bad decisions and self-sabotage and stuff like that. So I feel like the show really highlights a lot of that, which I'm very drawn to because I'm very big on like mental health and just self-love, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, avocation, all of that.
Absolutely, man. Well, that's beautiful. I definitely have to get into it right now. It's giving me, just from the way that you described it, how every character has their own story arc and they each have character development throughout the show. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Community.
Yeah, okay, I watched Community. Yeah,
bro, Community is great, man.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't articulate it to that way because it's not nearly as... I know that BoJack Horseman gets out there.
Yeah.
It gets out there. But Community, of course, was on... I think it was on like NBC. So it had to be a little bit more conservative as far as the jokes that it said. But definitely touched on mental health a lot. And I think a lot of the beauty behind that show was that each character had their own story arc. And that everybody was developing that kind of independent state of mind where I'm going to take care of myself and I'm going to make sure that I'm growing, but I'm also a part of a group, you know, I'm part of a family, I'm part of a community, and that's okay. You know, it's okay to be messed up sometimes and not be the best, but as long as you're with the people that you love and they support you and you support yourself, at the end of the day, you're good.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to get into BoJack Horseman. Is there anything else that you just like, so that's what you're currently watching. Would you say that's your favorite show of all time?
It's hard for me not to say that it's my favorite show of all time. Rick and Morty is up there too.
Bro, Rick and Morty is
I don't
classic.
know. I'm not even a cartoon guy, but like those two cartoons specifically, like just, I don't know, they've just taken me by the soul. Like
that's funny you say that.
It's funny, but I enjoy shows like Atlanta. I like shows like
Atlanta's
Dave.
dope.
You know,
Dave, absolutely.
I'm currently, my girlfriend got me hooked on to How to Get Away with Murder.
That show, I've heard a lot of good things about it. Never watched it, but a lot of, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of females have told me to watch that show.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
Is it good? Leave some comments, y'all. If it's good, let me know.
Put them on.
I will watch it.
Yeah.
But that's good to hear. Dude, Dave was fantastic. Atlanta was fantastic.
Yeah.
I love all of those shows.
Yeah.
I would say what I'm currently watching is I just finished The Queen's Gambit. I don't know if you heard of that show.
No, I haven't.
It's a Netflix original show. It focuses on one character, and she's like this she's a chess professional, like prodigy. That is the word. She's a chess prodigy. Like she learned at, I don't know, 8 years old, and she's out here whooping people. She's learning things that she's not supposed to have a comprehension of.
Yeah.
And it just kind of showcases her whole life. It's a limited series. It's only got 6 episodes. These episodes is about an hour long, but I'm definitely going to talk about that a little bit more on my next episode, so we're not going to get too much into it. But man, I really enjoyed that show. I just finished 60 Days In. Yo.
Okay, so I walked in on a friend watching that the other day, and it's funny because there's some shows on Netflix where like you kind of like hover over it and like you're like, I might start it, but then you just keep on going.
Absolutely.
And that was one of them. And just by like hovering, I was able to recognize somebody watching it, and I was like, this is an interesting concept. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like, I feel like I need to start watching that now.
It was a good show. Let me tell you something. Season 5, because there's seasons 1 through 4, but they're not on Netflix. It only has season 5, but each season is like a different prison. So it can't be the same prison because then the inmates are just like, yo, there's undercover people constantly in here. Yeah. Get me the fuck out of this prison.
Yeah.
So that being said, I really think everybody should get into it because it totally touches on like how the social hierarchy is stationed in prison, how people like lose their mind in prison, and just what these people have to deal with. Man, like I don't think I'd be able to go in there as a volunteer. Right? I don't think it's something I'd ever want to do.
Yeah, if I don't ever have to go to jail, I'm cool on staying out.
We're not volunteering ourselves, but if I were to spend 60 days in prison, you best believe I'm coming out. You know, it's not a question of can I do it? It's a question of am I volunteering? The answer is no.
No.
The answer is no. But it was a really good show. I definitely think that people should get into that. And I usually just I put on The Office when I need something to do homework. Yeah. Because I can always listen and know what's going on.
When it comes to shows like that intrigue you or shows that catch your attention, how would you classify or like put it into one genre, like shows that you like?
Wow, bro, that's an excellent question. I would say, as far as things that capture my attention, it definitely has to be dramatic. You know, and dramatic can be referencing every kind of genre, you know, because I've seen shows like Altered Carbon. I'm not sure.
See, everybody tells me about that.
I really think you'd enjoy it. I say because you have a very open mind as far as like thinking outside of your body and what skills can do for this lifetime versus another. Like this show constantly touches on the fact that your body is a skin. You shed it like a snake sheds its skin. You know, it's a sleeve. So
I gotta
peep
that.
The idea of immortality, because people store their consciousness into like hard drives, and you just put it in different bodies. That's how people live. It's how the rich live. So it's a really weird concept, but it's so dramatic, bro. You know, that's definitely sci-fi. That's definitely futuristic. And then The Queen's Gambit, you know, that's a show that's entirely based in like 1950s, 1960s, and it's about chess.
Okay.
And it's about a girl who plays chess and just the complex moves that she does, and of course, you know, drama here and there, but it's really an interesting show. And I think what makes it so interesting to me is the fact that it has drama in it, you know? And 60 Days In, that show has nothing to do with either of those two genres, but that show is lit, bro. Because it was intense. It had that kind of suspense of, oh, these are real people and they might get messed up in prison.
Real life.
Like real talk. This is real situations, and at the end of the day, nobody is gonna treat them special. Like they could get killed in there. So that I would say is just my go-to interest is drama.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's a good question. What about you? What draws you in?
I wish I could put it into like one simple sentence, but I would say it has to stimulate my mind in the sense of it has to make me either feel emotionally, and when I say feel, it doesn't mean like sad.
Just like invest.
But I would like to, invest it. I would like to feel invested in the show. I would like to relate to it in some way.
Absolutely.
And it has to stretch me psychologically. You know what I'm saying? It has to make me... if there's like... I love shows with twists. I saw... What's that show? Where they're in a... what is it? It's in Spanish, but it's dubbed in
La Casa de Papel? I'm sorry.
Yes. Money Heist. La Casa de Papel. Yes. That show, I really enjoyed it because watching the show, it wasn't just the storyline that had me shook, but I had to take time and think to myself, somebody created this entire storyline, and who is that person and what are they on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they on to where that... Like,
that's a funny thought.
I'm sitting here trying to like navigate and see what's happening and what's happening next. Oh, plot twist. But somebody created all of that. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, now I'm even more like, how could you know that this was going to be here and there?
If y'all haven't seen Money Heist, I highly recommend y'all go watch that show. Because I'm telling you, episode 1,
gold.
Just episode 1, so much happens. You learn so much. And episode 2, you just keep rolling, dog.
Yeah,
You just keep
yeah.
rolling.
It's hard to stop.
it's just twist after twist too. So that is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody had to be on something.
Somebody had to be on something, bro. And
They were on something when they wrote that show.
they unlocked something.
It was good. No, it was good stuff.
Yeah, it was
Keep
good
going,
stuff.
bro. Keep going. We
Yeah.
want more seasons.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, man. Yeah, I would say as far as like shows, movies is a kind of a different story though, because like drama, I'm not really always about drama when it comes to a movie. So when something that's a movie that draws me in, I would say it's got to be interesting and like believable. I can't really watch a movie these days that's not believable as far as like the situations and how they handled it.
Yeah.
A really good movie to me that was believable, that is not a genre that I like I would say horror kind of. I definitely don't like horror, scary stuff,
I'm
but
cool on that.
I'm cool on that too, bro. I definitely don't need it. But what was that movie that Jim from The Office made, John Krasinski, and it was You Couldn't Talk? A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place.
That was a great movie, man, and I really enjoyed that because it was interesting. It was believable. Like the way that they handled the story was well done, and that was a good movie that I wouldn't watch again.
Yeah.
But I definitely was drawn to it and enjoyed it while I watched it.
Yeah. Yeah. On the topic of movies that I enjoy. No, I can't even say I didn't. I enjoyed this, but have you heard of Hereditary?
Bro, I have, but I have not seen it.
Bro, you don't got to. Like, that was a movie that I watched with my two homies, and when the movie ended, we all was sitting in the theater just like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, for about 5 minutes, we didn't move, we didn't say nothing to nobody. We just kind of was just like, well, where do we go from here? Right. You know what I'm saying? Because it was one of those movies where it was like, it wasn't the typical like, it wasn't the typical scary movie where it's like, somebody gets possessed and then this happens and then the priest comes and then it's game over. This movie shook me because I didn't do my research on the movie.
Oh, okay.
But I didn't realize the depths of how like evil, like the things that were happening in the movie were, to where like everything spirals out of control. And then, like, the movie ends with no closure.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
That is the
like,
worst feeling.
I was sick to my stomach. I said a little prayer after that. I said a little prayer after that movie.
Lord,
yeah,
we still saying that prayer.
Yeah,
we still saying that prayer.
No
Lord,
cap.
protect this man.
No cap.
And don't worry, I'm not gonna watch it. We good. So that is funny, man. I had 2 people tell me that I needed to watch that movie. You guys are definitely not my friends anymore.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
We good. So, S.A., thank you so much for coming through, man. I really appreciate you being on the podcast. I really enjoyed our conversation, dude.
I appreciate you for having me, man. I've been
Absolutely.
looking forward to this all week.
Hell yeah, man. So, like I said, we're going to drop S.A.'s links on the bottom. We're going to have his handles on the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I'm Caleb Cantu. I appreciate you. And this was Caleb's Corner. That's a wrap.
Oh God, it's been a long time, y'all. What's up, Merchandise Mike here. I know that it's been a long time. Caleb unfortunately has not had any merchandise for me. I've been living under a car. Okay, Caleb's not here. I've been living under his desk this entire time. Honestly, I get the scraps off of his table, but it's okay though, because guess what? We got merch dropping. We got stickers. We got any color you want right now on deck. We got black and we got white. We got shirts. I got 6 colors coming out. I'm gonna have pictures for y'all right here. Wherever it is, it's gonna be lit. We got 6 colors coming out. These shirts are gonna be fantastic. You can get any color you want. We got 2 logo options. We got black logo. We got the white logo. It's gonna be fantastic. We got hoodies coming out, y'all. This was a fantastic interview with S.A. I wish I could have been a part of it, but of course, I don't get paid. I don't get nothing. All I do is I come out here and I show the merch, and that merch is fire though. So you guys should go buy that merch so I can actually go home and not sleep under a desk. But that being said, I think I hear Caleb, so I'm gonna go. I'll see y'all later. Buy that merch.